Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is day 6 for HTML training. I'm Rohit. So today we'll talk about the forms. So last few days we are talking about the div, li, ul and paragraph heading. To demonstrate that forms, what I am planning here, if you see this code or this page is little bit lengthy for understanding. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to create one more file and I'm going to create a link so that whenever you click, you will redirect to that page. So first I'll create one file here called form.html, and now the form.html is started. I'll do the basic setup and then I'll come to. So now our form page is ready. You can see that form page. If I type hi and then save that, our text is reading. It means that our basic setup is ready. Basically, I have not done anything. Just define the doc type and then HTML. Inside that, I just define the body. Okay, so that's it. So let's collapse this part. Here, today we'll talk about the form. To define a form, what we have to do, we have to define the form element. Once you define a form element, inside that you can, it's a form like a registration form. You can start taking the input from the user. Okay, so what we are going to take the input, we are going to type in take input from the user, right? It's a form. So what we'll do, first we'll type the input, and then what type of input it is we have to define. There are various types of input we have, so we'll put the type, and then we have to define. You can see there are many types of input is available, so we'll first type the text. Okay, and then close that. Once I save that, you can see there is a one input box available where I can type something. Okay, so I'll create a few more. So what I am going to do that, I'm going to create a form where I can take the first name, last name, and email address and phone number. These three things, these three four things will take that. Okay, so what I'll do, input type, and then again it's a text. I'll put that, and then I'll put the input type, and then put the number, and then one more type input, type, email, and save that. So four input we have taken, but if you see that these four inputs, if I expand the page, are side by side, and this doesn't have any label that what input for which, it doesn't have. Okay, so let's put correctly for which input for which purpose. Okay, so I'm going to define that. So the first input I have taken for the first name, so we'll do that id equal to if name, and then there is a one more component called name. Name is used for another case. So you can see that I have put that type equal to text, and first ID I have put that f name, and the name is f name. If I said that, it doesn't matter or it doesn't change anything, right? It's just in internal things happen, internal attribute. I'll do for everyone, so every element. So now you can see that I have made changes for all the elements. So first name, if name, ID, name. You can define, you can make the difference between name and ID. That doesn't matter. ID, because making that symptomatic, I just make the same name so you can remember and use multiple places. Singularly last name, mobile, and then email I have done. Now I save that. If I save that, internally it doesn't make any changes. If I expand, and then it is again the same. To show the label, or to show some heading on that in top of that, what we are going to do, we are going to use one more element called label, and then inside the label we have a tag called for, and this for we will use the ID of this element. Okay, so I'll put that f name, and then I'll close this, and inside that whatever text I need, I'll put that. So first name. Once I save that, you can see there is a label is showing right now, and then is have that data. So I'll do for each and every one. I'll copy and paste that. So once I save that, you can see each and every component have some labels, and each, if I expand that, each component have some labels. Now, if you see that they are tagged with each other, right? So they are in a same line. What I am doing right now, I'll put the beer here. I'll put the beer for each and every line. So now once I save that, you can see that it looks like a form, the first name, last name, mobile, email address. Now what do we have to do? We have to do a button so that where the if you click that, the button will let you go in the next page or the data will save somewhere. For that, what I have to do, I'll put the input type equal to submit and then close that. So you can see there is a one submit button available. So now if you see that whenever I click the submit button in the tops, it have the app name, ill name, and this have actually the URL, okay, what it is, okay. So whenever you click the submit, all the data is going to pass in the URL, okay. So if I just change this name equal to app name to the first name and save that, and I'll put that Rohit here and then click enter, you can see that first name equal to Rohit. It means that the name is a main component, or name is a very important component for get the data in the next page or to save the data. Okay, so if you want to retrieve and then save in your database, or if you want to retrieve the data from the next page, you need to call by the name, and then from name you will get that. So I'll go save back again the f name. So make it consistent so that you can remember the ID and the name. It should be unique so that you can use in multiple places. So I'll just do a quick modification here. I'll create one input type called radio button. So input type equal to radio, and here I'll put the name equal to mail and ID equal to mail. Okay, here, and then I'll create a label here, and then for I'll put the mail and save that. I'll put that here, the mail. I'll do the same things for the female one. So I'll copy here and paste here and just change that. So once I save that, you can see male, female are showing in a radio box, but it does not showing, and it does not, it's a clumsy. What I'll do that in that label, I'll put a beer here, and this label I'll put a beer, and then this F I'll put in a capital. Let's save that. So now you can see it's a radio button, and then radio button have a male, female, both the options. Now the final thing is that I'll create a checkbox where that people can be acknowledged, like I acknowledge that. So what I'll do that, I'll create a one input and the type equal to checkbox, and this time I'll put that name equal to ACK, and then ID equal to ACK. And here I'll create a label, and this time label for ACK, and I'll put the label. Our label is ready. Let's save that. You can see that it is coming like that. I'll put a beer here and save that. So now our form is ready, but only difference I can see that the male and female doesn't showing any that what purpose we are taking, right? We should say that please select the gender, right? So we'll do that. For that, you can see under this input, I'll take a label, and then this time I am not defining for which one. I'll just defining here. Please select the gender, and definitely I should put a beer to for the next line. Save that. So our form is right now ready. Let's quickly see that. This is a text field. If we can type anything here, this is the number. I cannot type anything ABC. I can type only number. And then here, the email address, I can put the ABC. I can select the checkbox, both or single, because it's not a group yet. And here is this checkbox I can select. But if I click submit, the email ID will show a pop-up because it needs a @and.com. So we'll put @b.com, and then I will be able to submit that. So now all the information is right now in the URL. So that's it for today. Thank you very much. We'll talk in our next sessions more on that.